So we all know the iconic Marilyn Monroe. We know that she was beautiful. She was an actress and a singer. She sang for the president. And we all know that she's dead. But I never knew how she passed or how old she was when she passed. So I looked up her autopsy. And since she would have been 97 years old today, let's go over her autopsy together. As you can see, this is a very old autopsy. It's from 1962. But Marilyn Monroe was born June 1st, 1926, and passed away August 4th, 1962. She was only 36 years old when she passed away. Pause if you want to read it yourself, but her cause of death was acute barbiturate poisoning, aka overdose. Barbiturates are sedatives or sleep-inducing drugs. And as I was reading this autopsy, a lot of these details seem kind of off to me because it doesn't specify whether it was an accidental overdose, and it doesn't mention why or how long she was taking these drugs for. In the external examination, they stated they seen lividity of face and chest, which means her face and chest were discolored a bluish color. She had a surgical scar in the right upper quadrant of the abdomen, which was due to her appendix being removed. For respiratory system, we see pulmonary congestion and minimal edema. Down here for liver, we see the surgical absence of a gallbladder and acute passive congestion of liver, congestion of kidneys, and congestion of stomach, as well as congestion and purple discoloration of the colon. She was 5 feet 5 inches and 117 pounds at the time of her death. She had bleached blonde hair, blue eyes, and that bluish discoloration was very heavy in her face, neck, chest, and upper portions of her arms, and in the right side of her abdomen. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds kind of sus, but let's keep going. There was no evidence of trauma to the upper or lower extremities. The posterior portion of her lungs showed severe congestion, and the lower portion of her liver had also been removed. So we know she got her appendix removed, her gallbladder removed, and the lower portion of her liver. And there was approximately 150 cc of clear straw-colored fluid in her bladder. I'm not going to read the genital system. If you want to pause and read it yourself, I'm going to go ahead and move on to digestive system. Her stomach was almost completely empty. The contents were a brownish mucoid fluid, but no residue of any pills were noted. Again, a lot of these details just seem so odd to me. And lastly, the chemical analysis that showed what the body was tested for tested negative for ethanol but positive for barbiturates. And here is the list of all the drugs that were either found in her or in her home at the time of her death. Please let me know I'm not the only one that finds her death kind of odd. She overdosed on sleep sedatives, but there were no traces of pills left in her stomach. But nonetheless, she deserves to rest in peace. Happy birthday, Marilyn Monroe. Leave a comment and let me know whose autopsy you want me to cover next. Peace.